Yeah, hi. Thank you very much. So I believe I've got 5 minutes, and hopefully it will fit within the 5 minutes. So this is the project is about integrating mainstream open source AIs into SingularityNet. In fact, there are two projects, as you will see, because one is for improving an existing project and one is for creating new. But I will cover both in the same, because basically it's the same kind of problem behind. So what we have today is that you have things such as Google Colabs, Hugging Face, there are others, but they are capturing a lot of users, end users, and developers who want to test or integrate AI. A lot are on image generation. Some are with like ChatGPT-like at the moment. But basically what we see also is that an open source AI configuration and hosting is not trivial. And it can be a real pain for some developers to integrate the AI into their application. And basically, at this stage, I truly believe that SingularityNet is missing on opportunities to offer open source AIs. So AIs that have been delivered, that are mainstream, that are here on the market, but they are not available on SingularityNet, and to make them available to as a service to developers. In terms of the goals, basically it's this. So to integrate a selection of 8 popular open source AIs into SingularityNet. So 2 are an upgrade and 6 are new. I will come back to it. To build everything as open source as well. So everything will be shared. There's no thing that will be private to me or whoever. And it will be fully maintainable later by anybody from the community. I'm going to virtualize these AIs for easy and production-ready access. There will be a GitHub repo, and they will be Dockerized. And for each AI, it will be provided with a clean documented API, tested, and authentication into the service. Basically, what I'm going to do here could act as a template for all future integration of open source AI into SingularityNet. It's not just what I do here for 2 plus 6 open source AIs. It could be the template for 50, 60, 100. So at the moment, I've pre-selected a number of AIs. It's based on my judgment only. So the 2 which are here, which are more image processing, that you may have heard of them like a lot, like Stable Diffusion and Mini DALL-E. These 2 were delivered by the team of SingularityNet in the previous round, but I believe that they are not fit for purpose at this stage, and I want to improve them. So that's part of the pool B proposal. And the other ones are part of the pool A. So there are some for image processing, for video, so basically creating deepfakes, or for voice, music, so real-time voice cloning. I've listed a number of AIs which I believe are interesting. At the moment, it's still open to discussion as to which ones we're going to include, but I believe these ones are the best ones to include. Again, it can be voted just before we start. So if we go back to what has been delivered in the previous round by the SingularityNet team, we have something which is more like a very basic prototype. So you select the type of AI. So here it's Stable Diffusion, and you have only like one thing to do. What description? You hit invoke, you wait. It's a bit slow, but you will get the image. So in terms of user experience, as an end user, is not very good. But for the developer, it's not good enough as well, because I don't have the APIs. I don't have all the parameters I want to use. So basically what I'm going to do, typically on this one, is for an end user, you will have something like this with all the parameters which are fully accessible, fully visible, can play with, all image you can upload as well. Here, for example, there's no upload of image. Here you will be able to upload image. So you'll be able to have the full functionality of the AI, and as well as the API. So end user can test it quickly. Developers can then use it. So I'm going to speed up, I think, because I see you're looking away. So in summary, for the first project, which is the integration of the 6 mainstream AI, so this is the little logo of the project here. The cost is below 40,000, so which is basically, it's including
Nice.
Sorry?
So that's 5 minutes done?
Can I just have one more?
You have 2 minutes.
Okay, so it includes the 25% hosting. There's a high value for money because it's basically less than majority of projects which have been voted for in the previous rounds. This is the time for delivery. The risk is low. I will show you later. It's fully open source and it's revenue sharing. And the other one here is on the same template, but it's a lot less in terms of cost. It also includes 25% revenue sharing. It's also fully open source, low risk. In terms of my credentials, you can find I've got 2 projects delivered today on Cardano, which you can find here. And the first one has been made in open source. You can find my open source here. You can find a few of my Stable Diffusion open source as well, repo that is here. Okay, thank you. Hopefully the timing is okay. Do you have any question?
You have 1 minute and 10 seconds for questions.
And by the way, I will just add these two. So these are the screenshots of the PDF, sorry, of the projects that which have been made. You will see on my project I have quite a lot of comments which were captured and all the replies on the comment each time, etc. So it's been quite active and quite dynamic in terms of these projects. And you have all fully described here. So everything that I described, the type of AIs and milestones, etc. So I'm not sure, again, I'm interrupting you for your questions, but if you have.
Does anyone have any questions? There's 30 seconds left.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you very much for your attention. And this is it. So basically integrating mainstream open source AIs into Stable Diffusion.
Is there anything you would like to know from us? You have 10 seconds.
No, I'm thinking, thank you. Thank you for everyone. Thank you. And I appreciate your time.